Hey everybody, I'm going to be posting some videos that will allow us to do a bit of a novel study together. The book that I picked is The Tale of Despereaux. This book, if you happen to have it at home, that'd be great. You can follow along as I read. Or if you don't have it at home, that's okay too. Just listen to it as I read aloud, just like we would a normal novel in class. So the book that I picked is The Tale of Despereaux. It's by Kate DiCamillo. This book is broken up into 4 different chunks, and each chunk has many chapters inside it. So each of these videos will contain 1 chapter worth. And at the end of those videos, we're going to have questions, things that we're going to ask you so that you can use your skills to think more deeply about the reading as you go along. There are 2 vocabulary words that I want you to keep your eye out for. The first one is the word ordeal. An ordeal is a difficult or a scary or a painful experience. When you hear that word, remember that as it comes along. The next word is despair. Despair is a complete loss of hope. That's what a despair is. So let's get started. We'll start on chapter 1. Chapter 1, the last one. This story begins within the walls of a castle with the birth of a mouse, a small mouse, the last mouse born to his parents and the only one of his litter to be born alive. "Where are my babies?" said the exhausted mother when the ordeal was through. "Show me my babies." The father mouse held one small mouse up high. "There is this only one," he said. "The others are dead." "Mon Dieu, just the one mouse, baby?" "Just the one. Will you name him?" "All of that work for nothing," said the mother. She sighed. "It is so sad. It is such the disappointment." She was a French mouse who had arrived at the castle long ago in the luggage of a visiting French diplomat. Disappointment was one of her favorite words. She used it often. "Will you name him?" repeated the father. "Will I name him? Will I name him? Of course I will name him, but he will only die like the others. Oh, so sad. Oh, such the tragedy." The mother mouse held a handkerchief to her nose and then waved it in front of her face. She sniffed. "I will name him. Yes, I will name this mouse Despereaux, for all the sadness, for the many despairs in this place. Now, where is my mirror?" Her husband handed her a small shard of mirror. The mouse mother, whose name was Antoinette, looked at her reflection and gasped aloud. "Too less," she said to one of her sons. "Get for me my makeup bag. My eyes are a fright." While Antoinette touched up her eye makeup, the mouse father put Despereaux down on a bed made of blanket scraps. The April sun, weak but determined, shone through a castle window, and from there squeezed itself through a small hole in the wall and placed one golden finger on the little mouse. The other, older mice children, gathered around to stare at Despereaux. "His ears are too big," said his sister Merlot. "Those are the biggest ears I've ever seen." "Look," said a brother named Furlough. "His eyes are open. Pa, his eyes are open. They shouldn't be open." It is true. Despereaux's eyes should not have been open, but there they were. He was staring at the sun, reflecting off his mother's mirror. The light was shining onto the ceiling in an oval of brilliance, and he was smiling up at the sight. "There's something wrong with him," said the father. "Leave him alone." Despereaux's brothers and sisters stepped back, away from the new mouse. "This is the last," proclaimed Antoinette from her bed. "I will have no more mice babies. They're such a disappointment. They're hard on my beauty. They ruin me and my looks. This is the last one. No more." "The last one," said the father, "and he'll be dead soon. He can't live, not with his eyes open like that." But reader, he did live. This is his story. Now, kiddos, let's think about who the characters are that we've just met in this first chapter. So far, we've met Despereaux. He's the main character. He's that little mouse that was just born. We have Antoinette, who is Despereaux's mother. We have Tulesse, who is Despereaux's brother. Merlot is Despereaux's sister. And Furlough, who is Despereaux's brother. I want you to take a moment and think, what do we know about what kind of characters each of these are? If you're not sure, go ahead and rewind in the video or look back in your book and see if you can find what parts of the stories that I told that tell you something about each of these characters. If you're following and making a notebook, now you could write those ideas down. With these characters, we also met the father, but they haven't given his name yet. So I'm going to say that for the next chapter when they tell us what his name is. You may notice he's missing. So next time we get together, we're going to meet the father. We're going to do a little bit more work on learning who the characters are and studying that deeply. Hopefully you'll join me for chapter 2.